Welcome back into Talking Fitchburg. Joining me this afternoon is Catherine Schneider. She's from the Fitchburg Historical Society. Welcome back to another year. Well, first, welcome back to Talking Fitchburg. And then say welcome back for another year.
Thank
Glad
you,
to have you
John.
guys.
Thank you so much. Yes, we're excited about the year ahead for the Fitchburg Historical Society, and we've celebrated our 30th anniversary as an historical society last year, and we're 50 members strong. So we're feeling like we're just ready to push into this new year and enjoy the exciting events that are ahead of us. We also are very grateful for being headquartered at the Fitchburg Public Library on the second floor, where our office is, in the Fitchburg Room, and we have our archives located there for anyone who would like to access them. They're open to the public upon request. So for the coming year, what's going on?
Hey, look at that. She's taking over the interview. Well, let me tell you what's going on, Catherine. We're doing this, this, and this. Actually, we had such a fun year last year. We were able to get out some really fun stories. We got a lot planned. Well, we're working on our plans. I can't really say we have a lot planned, but we got stuff in the works. But you guys have a lot of stuff in the works this upcoming year. There's some traditions that you guys have. Mm-hmm. Websites are rocking, and you're part of Talking Fitchburg, which is awesome. But Catherine, what are some of the things we can get excited for at the Historical Society?
Well, the Historical Society has spring and fall meetings that are actually, we have a speaker come in and talk about some topic that would be really interesting for the general community. So this spring, in April, we're working on a program actually having to do with the business community, Ooh. Which is so important for Fitchburg, and I think important for people to know how much business has to do with where people are located in terms of jobs and housing and transportation, schools. All of those things are impacted by businesses. So I think very important to hear from the business community what's going on, what their thoughts are in terms of where they're moving into the future, and for Fitchburg residents to stay current on what's going on and the impact, because the face of Fitchburg in many ways is determined by the business community.
Absolutely. I think we've had, I think about your mural every time I think of Historical Society and thinking some of those businesses on Went Road, but also that technology, that Fitchburg's been full of technology and science. And so, and then you still surround other great businesses as well. So it'll be a really hot topic, I think, for you guys to share out. So look forward to that.
We're looking forward to it too. And then, just wanted to talk a little bit about our website, because that's probably our most far-reaching project and ongoing, and we want to continue to make it accessible and user-friendly and something that we feel people will use frequently. So we have the website is updated regularly. We already have lots of photos, our videos and interviews that have been done on there, family histories, et cetera, et cetera. So the latest thing that was added were some pictures from the Kinney family, which are one of the pioneer, original, early families here in Fitchburg. So those are new to check out for people. And I just wanted to say that we're always looking for photos, historical photos that people might have of either their families or churches, businesses, events that have gone on, because we want to add to our collection and make that as complete as possible to represent Fitchburg. So just a plug to invite people to do that, contact us with anything they might have to add to our collection. Then to say that some of the images on the website are also available through our database in our office. So, for instance, if someone has a picture that they see that they would like to have maybe made in a higher resolution with a little more clarity, and they want to have their own copy, they're welcome to come to the office, contact us, and we will make, for a very nominal fee, that picture copy available. And I was just on the website this morning, fitchburghistory.com, and I was seeing a picture of my uncle, Gerald Dunn, who farmed on Seminole Highway all of his life. And I was thinking if I wanted to make a copy of that picture, I could have that done through the Historical Society. So just know that that's one of our services that we have available. Also, the website has the obituaries, and I know that Ellen Tariva, our president, has spoken about that on Talking Fitchburg too, but they also have references to the place of the grave sites where those are located, and then the names of all the people in the obituary are also on file on our website. So it's really a complete website. Particularly for the obituaries, I think it's a very strong website available for genealogists. And then, could I talk about what we're doing together?
Well, I mean, if you got to, I can't stop you.
Well, we have a new initiative this year with Fact TV, and of course, Fact TV has an extensive collection of videos taken of all city council meetings, other government meetings, different events that have happened around the city through the years, and those have been collecting and collecting. So Fact TV, Jeremy and crew have come to Fitchburg Historical Society to ask if we could collaborate on choosing which one of those videos of that collection, from that collection, videos that we feel have strong historical significance, go through those, sort them out, and then put them into our database in the Fitchburg Historical Society, and also store the ones we feel have that strong interest for people historically. So that's a major project that we're entering into this year also.
I mean, it's a great collaboration. I mean, it was fun to talk a little bit about how to preserve, I think the big question, what's the future look like for preserving, or what will we be preserving? And I think it is video, and so it's going to be it's a good partnership there, and yeah, it'll be nice for people to be able to find more visuals of our history here in Fitchburg.
Yes, and then just to mention, that reminds me, Jeremy, to mention that we do have our database in our office. So, if someone's looking for something in particular that has to do with Fitchburg history, just contact us and see if we can look through our database. If you don't find it on the website, see if we might have it in our database. Or, as I said, we can have copies made available for people of things they might find on the website and like to have personally.
I like it.
So anyway, and just two reminders about our display case, which is up on the second floor outside the Fitchburg room, that gets changed usually about quarterly. So lots of interesting topics historically about Fitchburg that are there. And then you mentioned our mural, which is also in the Fitchburg room, which
My
is
favorite.
Yeah, it's a really neat mural. If you haven't seen it, if anyone, I'd recommend it highly. Come in and take a look about what Fitchburg looked like in the early 1900s, and how we have changed, in that time, in that over 100 years ago now. But it reminds us of where we've been. And then I think it helps, when we look back at our history, it helps inform us as to maybe decisions being made into how we want to look in the future. So important to always keep that historical perspective.
Absolutely, yeah, great. If you haven't been to your guys' area there in the library, I mean, you guys do a really great job. The mural's awesome. There's a display case in the room itself too.
Yes.
That you guys have some stuff displaying, and then of course the ongoing display on the outside. Just nice. I know when we first developed the show, we went over there. Preston and I went over. We were looking for information to share, and we were going through all the newspapers of looking back at some of the dates and finding things, and there's just so much fun. If you're into history, I mean, why not head over to the Historical Society here in Fitchburg and find out? And the website is just awesome. I mean, that you can tell the work has been spent. Alan and everybody, you guys are doing a good job. So
Thanks.
Yeah, looking forward to working with you again this year, and yeah. Got to get over there. You
Sounds
gotta get involved. You need any volunteers? Let's do a volunteer drive. Let's get you
Absolutely.
some help. So either way, that is Catherine from Historical Society, Fitchburg Historical Society. Stop in, say hey, and looking forward to another great year.
Thanks so much, Jeremy, for having us.
All right. We will wrap up the show. You are watching Talking Fitchburg.